Caitlin Clark's absence hurts Fever badly as numbers dip in key offensive metric. Way before the WNBA lights, before the crowds gasped at her logo pull-ups, Caitlin Clark was in the gym doing work that no one saw. Her private training session during college almost sounds unreal. 5 minutes warming up near the rim, then straight into a 300-shot routine. Still not done. She pushed through off-the-dribble drills, aiming to sink 70 to 75 of every 100. And just when you think she'd call it a day, Clark would then launch 100 logo threes, gunning to sink at least 50. That was the standard. All packed into just over an hour. Add ball handling and defensive slides. Way before the WNBA lights, before the crowds gasped at her logo pull-ups, Caitlin Clark was in the gym doing work that no one saw. Her private training session during college almost sounds unreal. 5 minutes warming up near the rim, then straight into a 300-shot routine. Still not done. She'd push through off-the-dribble drills, aiming to sink 70 to 75 of every 100. And just when you think she'd call it a day, Clark would then launch 100 logo threes, gunning to sink at least 50. That was the standard. All packed into just over an hour. Add ball handling and defensive slides. But this year, it's down to just 27.9%. She's even had games with 0 makes from deep, and her struggles have been more pronounced on the road. According to a June 24 stat by Underdog WNBA, Clark was shooting 44% from 3 at home, but just 3.9% on the road. Just when fans were hoping she'd find her rhythm again, Clark suffered an injury on July 15 during the Fever's win over Connecticut. It came in the final minute and had since kept her out for 6 straight games. The timing couldn't have been worse. Without her on the court, Indiana's numbers from beyond the arc have dipped. The Fever now ranks 6th in the league in threes made, averaging 8.4 per game. That's behind Liberty, Lynx, Dream, Valkyries, Mercury, and Sparks. It's also a big drop from their 2024 average of 9.2 threes per game in the regular season. Even in the postseason last year, they managed 7 a night. And obviously, a huge part of it goes to CC. Clark made history with 86 made three-pointers in her rookie season. She broke the league record for most threes by a rookie, surpassing Ryan Howard's 85 in just 31 games. Howard did it in 34. Her average shot distance was an impressive 24 feet. Last season, she had at least 8 games with 7 or more shots from 25-plus feet. Even after her first injury this year, she returned to shock both fans and opponents with her incredible range in the game as defending champs. Still, we saw that magic very rarely, and the overall dip is noticeable. She's averaging only 2.2 made threes per game this season, compared to 3.1 last year. She's made just 29 of 104 attempts so far. While Kelsey Mitchell leads the team with 2.4 threes per game, Clark is right behind her. But outside of those two, the team has struggled too. In their last game with Clark vs. Sun, Indiana shot just 8 of 29 from beyond the arc. So the question remains, can Clark solve her slump once she returns? For now, fans are hoping for a smooth comeback from what Sophie Cunningham described as a weird injury. Weird and worrisome. Sophie Cunningham sheds light on Caitlin Clark's injury. You know when something doesn't look that bad, but it just won't go away. That's what Caitlin Clark's injury saga feels like right now. It's not one of those dramatic down and out moments. It's something else. As Indiana guard Sophie Cunningham said, it's such like a weird injury. That might be the most accurate way to sum it up. Clark's left quad strain kept her out for 5 games in late May, and just as she started easing back into rhythm, she was sidelined again. First with a left groin sprain, then a right groin tweak after just 4 more games. It's been a frustrating stop-start cycle ever since. The kind that doesn't seem severe, but lingers just enough to throw off everything. She's not in pain all the time. Sophie added on the Show Me Something podcast, but when you do hurt it, you're out for another. So the Fever are treading lightly. No timelines. No pressure. Just caution. Because the last thing this team wants is another minor setback turning into something major. Clark hasn't played since July 15, missing out on All-Star Weekend, and still isn't cleared to return. While the Fever's update confirms no new damage, that weird tag seems to hang over everything. It's the uncertainty. Still, Indiana's pushing through, riding a 3-game win streak without their star. But the reality is, this team feels different when Clark's out there launching logo threes or threading impossible passes. They're surviving without her. Fever will continue their 4-game road trip to begin August with matchups against the Seattle Storm, Los Angeles Sparks, and Phoenix Mercury. And until next update, we can only wait.